Hi everybody, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, today I want to talk to you about the move that Royal Caribbean is making with their largest cruise ships. Not just the Icon class cruise ships, but also the Oasis class cruise ships. And they're changing of their complete way of thinking about setting up their destinations and where we're going and how their pricing structure works. They're making a lot of changes, and the people who are the most upset are the most loyal to Royal people out there. Okay, so what is Royal Caribbean doing? Well, when they brought out the Utopia of the Seas, it kind of shocked a lot of people. And they said, you know what? We're going to make this ship a 3 and 4 day sailing. Their newest ship, their biggest ship, this was now going to be a 3 and 4 night sailing. And then people thought to themselves, well, okay, it makes sense to bring on a brand new ship, to bring on new passengers, get them excited. Here's a little taste of what cruising is, and try and get them hooked on your best, brightest, newest, shiniest ship. Makes sense. But then they also announced that the new ship, the Star, is also going to be 3 and 4 night sailings. And then they announced, oh, by the way, all of our Oasis class ships, except it seems like the Symphony of the Seas, is also going to go to 3, 4, and maybe 5 night sailings. All of them. What? And people are going, what? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? So let's look at the financial reasons for doing this for Royal Caribbean. First off, if you're sailing a 3 day and a 4 day, the prices, if you ever priced a 3 and a 4 day or the 7 day, or say a 7 day, 2 7 days back to back, or the 14 day, if it's the same itinerary, the 14 day is always cheaper. The 7 day is always cheaper than the 3 and 4 days. So they can raise the prices. They can make more money per sailing on 3 and 4 night sailings than they can on the 7 night sailing. Get fresh people on board. The new people coming on board spend their money right away. Day 1, day 2, and now by day 3, they're off the ship. New people coming on board, spending that money right away. Also, they can shorten the itineraries. 3 night cruise, well, we're not going all the way down into the Eastern Caribbean then. No, sir, we don't have to go that far. We're just going to go to the Bahamas. That's our destination now. Mexico is going to start raising their port fees. Don't worry about it. We're just going to the Bahamas. We're going to go to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which they own, and we'll make all of our money on there. We'll make all of our money on the cruise ships. And then, by the way, we're going to go to Nassau, where we're also building our own private little sanctuary, and we're going to get all our money there. Financially, that makes a lot of sense. People can get away for a 3 night and a 4 night cruise. It's cheaper than the 7 night cruise, with prices being so high right now. So financially, it seems like a really smart decision to do this. The trouble is, it could be backfiring. Here's the problem with it for most cruisers who don't live near the cruise ports. If you live in Florida or Galveston, you're probably fine, right? You're probably fine. Oh, I can just drive to the cruise port. 3 hours down the road, I can take a 4 day cruise, no problem. If you live, say, 8 hours away, are you going to drive 8 hours to take a 3 day cruise? And don't forget, that 3 and 4 night cruise is now more expensive than a 7 night cruise. So yes, you can book back to back, but then you also have to try and book the same cabin so you don't have to switch. Also, in the middle of your cruise, after only 3 days, you're back at the same port and you're getting off the ship to go through customs and get back on the ship. It's not a fun experience. It's not. It's more of a pain in the butt, to be honest. It really is. Then, besides that, your itineraries are way shorter now. You're, like I said, you're now going to Nassau, or you're now going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay. You're not going into Aruba. You're not going into Costa Maya. You're not going up into the Eastern Caribbean. You're not going anywhere. You're not going to Jamaica. You're not going anywhere. You're just going to Perfect Day at Coco Cay, and you're just going to Nassau. That's your itineraries. Forever. Unless you take other ships. But what if the Oasis or the Icon are now your favorite ships? You just brought on all these new cruisers, and they got hooked on the Oasis class. Oh, I love this ship. I can't wait to go back on it again for well, wait. There are no 7-night cruises. What am I? Oh, I can go on the Jewel of the Seas now? I can go on the Rhapsody of the Seas now? Those aren't the same experience. Those are nowhere near the same experience. And you're not necessarily... Now, people who are going to do that and want the large ships, well, maybe now they're going to start looking at the, Mardi Gras with Carnival. Maybe they're going to look at the Sun Princess with Princess Cruise Lines. Maybe they're going to look at Norwegian's Prima class ships. Maybe, even maybe, they're going to go just over to Celebrity, which Royal Caribbean would hope, but Celebrity's not known for the fun ships, the excitement, the flow riders, everything, where Carnival tries to throw in roller coasters and things like that. Norwegian puts in bumper cars. They're more comparable. And I'm afraid they're going to lose their people they're trying to bring on to the other cruise lines because they're not offering longer cruises on the ship you just hooked them on. It really does backfire in a long, long way. I will never, ever fly from my home here in Ottawa to Orlando for a 3 or 4 night cruise, or even a 5-night cruise. I won't do it. I'm not going to pay my flights, thousands of dollars in flights, extra hundreds of dollars in hotels for the pre-night to get on a 3-night cruise. I'm not going to do it, which means I'm not going to be on the Utopia of the Seas. I'm not going to be on the Oasis of the Seas. I'm not going to be on the Symphony of the Seas. I'm not going to be able to do it. If I want to do those ships, I now have to do them when they go to Europe and sail around Europe, because they're still doing 7 and 10 night itineraries. So if I want the longer cruise and I want the longer destination, I can't seem to do it in the Caribbean anymore on those ships. And that is a shame. I'm not sure why they wanted to do that with all of the Oasis class ships and Icon ships. Why they didn't just split it up? Why not take 2 ships and offer 3 and 4 night sailings? 1 out of Miami, 1 out of Orlando. And then the other ships offering longer sailings. But it's pretty simple. They want to limit where they have to go. They don't pay as much fees when they go to their private islands. And they make more money when they go to the private islands. They make more money on shorter cruises. It really doesn't matter if you're a long-time loyal Royal Caribbean, Super Diamond Plus elite person. They don't care now. Thank you for your service. We're looking for those new cruisers. And if we inconvenience you, we know you spent all this money to become elite with us. You're probably coming back anyway, whether you're happy about it or not. And right now, more and more people are unhappy about it than are happy about this decision. Let me know in the comments down below. Will you go on a 3 and a 4 day Oasis class ships? Will you book back to back on these ships, going to the same destination over and over again? Or will you start looking elsewhere to spend your money on a cruise that's going longer and to more exciting destinations? Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.